The first crime, the murder of Lindsay Hawker, a 22-year-old British teacher who was teaching English in Japan, occurred in 2007 at the hands of a Japanese man, Tatsuya Ichihashi, who was 28 years old. Lindsay was only 22 when Tatsuya killed her. He first saw her in the subway and approached her, claiming to be one of her students. Lindsay did not recognize him and told him she remembered all her students, and he was not one of them, before continuing on her way. Tatsuya followed her until they reached her residential area. When she arrived at her apartment, Tatsuya approached her asking for water. He had been chasing her while she was riding her bike. Lindsay did not want to give him a bad impression of foreigners, and since she had 2 female roommates, she felt it was okay to let him in. After entering the apartment, Lindsay went to get him water and told her roommates what had happened. Tatsuya drew a sketch of her and wrote down his information, his name, phone number, and email, asking her to teach him English. He offered her $30 an hour, which was an attractive offer for someone in the teaching profession in Japan, given that the salary is not very high. Lindsay and Tatsuya met at a cafe, and after the lesson, he told her he forgot the money and that his house was just a few minutes away. Lindsay was suspicious of his words, but of course, the money tempted her, and she went with him. 2 days later, she was reported missing by her school after not showing up for 2 days. During the police investigation, her roommates revealed that she had disappeared after meeting Tatsuya. Lindsay's roommates provided the police with a sketch, and based on the information he wrote, they traced it to his house. However, Tatsuya had disappeared, and Lindsay's body was found in his apartment. After his photo circulated, he attempted to undergo plastic surgery, cutting his lower lip with scissors to reduce its size and removing moles from his face with a scalpel. He remained on the run for a whole year. He continued to evade capture for another year, moving from village to village, working temporarily, collecting his salary, and disappearing before moving to the next village to avoid detection until he had gathered $12,000. He then went to Tokyo to undergo surgery, but the surgeon recognized him as the fugitive criminal Tatsuya and reported him to the police, sending them before and after photos of the surgery. After Tatsuya's face was widely circulated, he was arrested at the port while trying to flee Japan. During the investigation, it was revealed that Tatsuya had attempted to rape Lindsay, but she resisted. So he strangled her and disposed of her body under the bathtub, placing plants on top so they would feed on her body and decompose quickly. Tatsuya Ichihashi confessed to his crime, claiming he killed her by accident and felt guilty. While on the run, he would visit Buddhist temples and pray, insisting that Lindsay should not have died. He even wrote a book about his life, his story with Lindsay, and the remorse he felt.